Welcome PSY 310 students. This is my week 6 commentary as we are now entering module 2 in the middle of the semester. In this module, which covers the next 5 weeks, we'll be crossing the midpoint of the semester. As of this week, we have finished with the foundations, and we will be soon looking at biological aspects as well as psychoanalytic aspects of the personality. This is a critical week insofar as we are looking at stability and change across time through the eyes of researchers and clinicians and participants in the lifespan development process. So inevitably, a key concept this week is identity. Narrative identity is the key term for this chapter. And it's always been a great fascination to me as a psychologist that when people describe, quote, their personalities, they're apt to tell stories. And storytelling is a really critical aspect of integrating the aspects of the self through a very selective narration of not only one's past, but also one's present and one's future. So we begin to turn from a purely trait approach to this, or a type approach to the study of personality, to understanding the links for a scientist between personality and identity, and of course the self. And we'll return to the self later in the semester. Okay, I hope that's helpful to you. There's an abundance of videos available. I am being highly selective as far as what I will put in this week's folder. One word about this midpoint of the semester that is important to underline. Students now have started to access the TUL, Technical University of Liberec /UMA Google community. This will be a meeting place, and our hope is that students will be willing to attempt to connect with their peers in the other country involved in this experiment and interview them about their course projects. So now is the time to be attempting to access the Google community, asking questions about it, and becoming a participant in this bridge building exercise. We'll continue with this work for the remainder of the course, but being that the UMA semester is a month ahead of the TUL semester, your time is the shortest as far as making use of this opportunity to be helped, as well as to help your Czech peers in their assignments. Okay, and we're more than open to any kind of suggestions you might have regarding videos that would facilitate this process or anything like that. I think that's the majority of my highlights. Let me just look at my notes for a moment. Okay, I'm going to leave that be. Let me say we are preparing now for test 2 of the funder materials, which will take you through chapter 7, which is this week's reading. And let me note, for a few of you, chapter 7 will be worrisome because you have an earlier version of the textbook. For those students, I would suggest pay careful attention to the funder slides that are under the funder materials button on Blackboard, and post questions about either the slides or the prep notes that address specifically the content of chapter 7. I am hopeful that this will suffice as far as overcoming that disadvantage. Okay, I think those are my major points. Oh, there is one final one. I am aspiring to meet with you one-to-one at least once prior to submitting your course project about your course project. And now I've done that with 2 students, and I would ask those of you who haven't yet done that to make an effort to email me, and let's establish a common time and use our video conferencing tools. The benefit of this to you, aside from developing your media skills, the benefit is to simplify the course project. I know that students have difficulty developing their focus for the course projects, and this is where I think I can be of good help. Additionally, putting limitations on the project so that it doesn't become too cumbersome or difficult for you in the context of what I know is a very busy life. So again, this consultation is an opportunity. There's no penalty for not consulting, except for the fact that you may arrive at the latter parts of the semester and be setting yourself up for something other than a satisfactory ending. So please do take advantage of that. Again, I am committed to meeting with each student in this class one-to-one through video conference prior to the end of the semester, and I would urge you to take advantage of that opportunity. Thanks very much.